In this video, I'm going to be exploring ghost towns in southwest South Dakota. We're going to visit a ghost town that became a ghost town attraction, then became a ghost town. And we're going to visit the most eerie graveyard in the whole state. Our first stop is Cottonwood, South Dakota. This town was formed in 1907. And it currently has a population of 11. It lacks any open business or services. On Main Street, there's a couple of buildings. This one is still in use. It's the Town Hall. Pretty certain the brick building was a bank. The town's population dropped significantly after World War II, and the school closed in the 50s. By the year 2000, the town was pretty much abandoned. It's located about an hour east of Rapid City, South Dakota. The town has also one of the coolest looking churches in the entire state. The entire complex is marked no trespassing, so I'm just going to shoot from the road. And right next door is his house, which probably belonged to the church. And the town still has one of those classic old grain elevators, and the railroad is still in service. And right on the edge of town is the former bar or saloon. You can tell it's been a while since it's been in business. Our next stop is Owanka, South Dakota. It was my favorite ghost town in the entire state. There's only one family who lives here full time, but a few people live on the edges of town. It was first settled in 1888, with the post office opening in 1907. It's located about 40 miles east of Rapid City. This brick building was the bank. There's still an active train line that goes through town, and one grain elevator still remains. This is one of those towns that died because of better roads and more automobiles. This house by the train tracks looks really spooky. I did talk to one of the residents here in town, and he mentioned a lot of people stop in and take a look. But all these buildings along Main Street are owned by someone and private property. And one of the lots is for sale. The town is located in a really pretty valley. It used to have 2 hotels, a bank, a Methodist and a Catholic church, a newspaper, and a community hall. Our next stop is Capa, South Dakota. It has no residents. And this building is the collapsing church. It was founded in 1904. There used to be a public bathhouse here and a big Capa hotel. attracting visitors for the mineral bath treatments. At its peak, 300 people lived here. The post office opened in 1907 and closed in 1976. The Great Depression hit this town really hard and began its decline. This building was the schoolhouse. The last resident, Philip O'Connor, used to greet visitors and tell them all about the history of the town. I don't know what happened to him, but there are no more residents now. And this may have been his house. Our next stop is Okaton, South Dakota. It's located off Interstate 90 at exit 183. The town was founded in 1906. When the Milwaukee Road went bankrupt in 1980, the population began to decline. There was an attempt to turn this into a ghost town tourist attraction. But when the owner passed away, this ended. A lot of the buildings from that attraction still stand. So this is a ghost town that turned into a ghost town tourist attraction and then turned into a ghost town again. It's a pretty fascinating town to visit. There's also a number of original buildings, like this one. This structure has completely collapsed. And this one's my favorite. There is also an old schoolhouse in this town that someone has converted into an amazing looking residence. Behind those trees is an abandoned house. Our next stop is Scenic, South Dakota. It's probably named after the fact that it's located in a very scenic area with the Badlands. It's 50 miles southeast of Rapid City. The train stopped coming to this town decades ago. and it doesn't appear that there's any commercial activity at all. In July of 2011, most of the town was listed for sale for $799,000. Someone did try to preserve this town and tried turning it into a living ghost town museum. That effort appears to have collapsed. I'm pretty certain this building was the motel. It's a very interesting place to walk around. My only regret is I didn't spend more time exploring the Badlands in the area. I can't tell if the business in this old church is still in use, but I don't think it is. I'm filming this video in May of 2025. I'm visiting from Saskatchewan. Our next stop is Ardmore, South Dakota. It was largely abandoned in the 80s due to lack of drinking water and economic decline. The town was founded in 1889. Right now the population is just 1, down from 16 45 years ago. President Calvin Coolidge visited this town for a picnic in 1927. There's still about 15 to 25 abandoned buildings, all on private property. So if you're going to visit this town, you're going to have to photograph from the road. The town still has a railroad that passes by, but I don't think it gets any service. Just to the north of this town is the famous Black Hills. This is the main intersection. Our next stop is Belvidere, South Dakota. It's located just east of Rapid City. This town is not really a ghost town. There's still a lot of people who live here. And it's a really pretty town, but it's got a lot of abandoned buildings. The town was laid out in 1907, and a post office has been in operation since 1906. A lot of these businesses, including this motel, probably suffered a lot when they made the interstate and it bypassed town. And finally, Mesquite, South Dakota. This town is located in the Black Hills. It's a very pretty area, and I wish I had more time to visit everything. It began in 1876, following gold discovery. It's hard to believe, but this town had a few different railroads coming here. Now there isn't anymore. The most famous building is this chapel. At its peak, there's probably about 100 people living here. The town's main employer, a sawmill, closed in 1952. The town also saw a lot of flooding. The former railroad grade has now been turned into a popular hiking and biking trail. Just a couple hundred feet north of town is this really eerie gravesite. The plaque reads that a mother and her two small children passed away here at their home in 1919 from influenza. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave in the comment section below. And once again, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate the support.